Okay, in this session we'll discuss what is reference variable. Reference variable in Java. So how to create reference variable. So and then how to use reference variable in Java. Now guys, we create reference variable within the method, or else we can create the reference variable at class level. If you create reference variable within the method, if you create reference variable, actually if you create reference variable, let me delete it. We are writing the notes. So if you create reference variable within the method, then you should have to use like a local variable, guys. Okay, then you should have to use only within that created method. Within that created method, like we create a local variable. So, but how to create reference variable? Always remember that if we have a class is what test, and let's we have a method. I am having a one method test. I want to create a reference variable within this test method. To create a reference variable within this test method, we always create reference variable by using on object. You say new keyword followed by class name. This is what object creation statement. On this object, we will create a reference variable. If you write this t is nothing but reference variable. This object name is called as reference variable, and every reference variable will hold memory address of this object. The moment you write this statement, highlighted statement, an object will get created, and the moment you will write this t is assigning to this object, means this small t will hold memory address of this object. And whenever you will create a reference variable, always remember that every reference variable will hold memory address of an object and will be having data type as class name. So test is a class name. Like that, if you create any variable, so if you create any variable int I is equals to, it's holding 10 value. So this is a local variable. Okay, int I is equals to 10. This is a local variable. What is 10? 10 is a value, integer value. I is a variable name. And what is int? Data type. So int is nothing but data type. Here, int is nothing but your data type. What is the type of data? Integer kind or floating type? What kind of data you are holding? So what is I? I is nothing but variable name. And what is the variable value? 10 is the variable value. Which is what? Integer type. That is what? So this I is a integer type of value holding. That is what? Type of the data is what? Int. Okay. Similarly, so if you create any memory address, like if you create any reference, t is the reference variable name. We always create reference variable on object. New is what? We use new keyword. So it is a keyword in Java. Actually, we use new keyword to create object. How to create object? We create object by using new keyword followed by class name. This whole part is nothing but your object. And what is test of? This test of is nothing but your constructor, guys. This is your constructor part. We will discuss this in constructor. This test of is your constructor. What is small t? This small t is nothing but reference variable. Name. So every reference variable name and is having data type as class name. What is test? Test is a class name. Test is nothing but class name. When you create any reference variable, so which will return you data type as class name. So if you create any reference variable within the method, then that reference variable will be treated as local reference variable. Okay, if you create any reference variable within the method, then you should have to use only within that created method. Okay, so any reference variable created within method, those reference variable are called local reference variable. So we'll see practically also. local reference variable. So this is the meaning of local reference variable which we will create. So just write down the heading local reference variable. Let's go with practical. What exactly the reference variable and how the reference variable we will create. So let me create a one class. So here let's create a class with the name test. Class name with the name test. So let's create one method, simply test method. So this is what test method. If you create any reference variable within test method or within other method like main method also, you know, your execution will always start at main method. So the main method always accept an argument of string array type. So like this main method. So what is you create a reference variable? How to create reference? We create on object. So like this, test t is equals to new test, and I will create reference variable with the name test. So test. So let me call, or let's display this reference variable. What exactly we will get as an output? Only t I will display. So similarly, we'll create one more object within. We'll create one more object within this test, and I will give some other name of this object. Let me take t1 as this object for your differentiation only. Okay. The scope of this reference variable is what? Only within this area, main method, and the scope of this is what? Within test method. There is a differentiation. Okay. The moment you create this like this line, the moment you write this line new followed by test, object will get created. How many times you are writing this line? 2 times. 2 object will be created. Within this test area, 1 object, and what is the name of this object? T1. T1 is the name of this object, and within this main method, 1 more object will get created, T. So this T1 and T will hold memory address of this object. Memory address of this object. So you see, when you display the T1 and T2, let me call that test method. When you call the test method from main method, then only the test method logics will get it. Test method logics will get executed. What exactly when you display this T? So simply this T1 and T will display you, or will get you memory address of this object and memory address of this object. And you see, you created 2 objects. This object memory address and this object memory address should be different. Memory address is nothing but class name. What is the class name? Test @hashcode. Hashcode means what? Some value 1, 2, 3, 4 or some value. Class name @hashcode will be displayed. Let me compile it and will show you. So to compile this application, first of all, you should have to go to the location where this application shows. The shortcut is what? Just type Control O. So this is the location. Direct in this location, type CMD. So you will get command prompt open. This is the command prompt. How to compile Java application? To compile this, what is the application name? Test. Just use javac test.java and run this application. What is the class name? Run with class name. So to run it, what is the class name? Java. Class name is what? Test. You see, the memory address got displayed, and both the memory address should be different. We created 2 objects. You created 2 objects. That is why the memory address of the object you are displaying within the main method is 15DB9742, and you created an object within the test method. The memory address of this is what? 6D06D69C. So both the memory address are different. And one more thing, one more observation, guys. Here you see, when you create an object, this object having a reference variable, and this reference variable return type is what? Class type. This T1 also return type is what? Class type. So we can say that simply every reference variable which we will create will hold memory address of an object and will have a data type as class name. We'll be having a data type as class name. Okay. So every reference variable which you will create, they simply will hold memory address of an object. Okay. Write down this first application regarding to local reference variable. Every reference variable which we will create every reference variable which we will create holds memory address of an object, and will be having data type as class name, Okay, next line right down. If you create any reference within the method, then the scope of that reference is only within that method. Write this example. Let's go with next example. You see, I don't want to create reference. I created this reference within main method. We created reference within main method. We access within main method. So you created a reference variable locally within the main method, but you are trying to access outside the main method within test method. So what will happen? You will get compilation error like a local variable. So when you compile it, so while compilation time, we are not going to find that variable. At line number 4, cannot find symbol. We will get cannot find symbol. We can't able to find this symbol, and we will get compilation error. Okay. So right, if you try to access, if you try to access local variable, so always use the reference, local reference variable outside the area from where you create, outside the area from where you created, then you will get compilation error. So like this. Okay, like this. So to overcome the drawback of this, we can go with class variable, static reference variable. How to, before going to use this variable, we will initialize. Simply what we will do, we'll create reference variable at class level. So and we'll give to use this reference variable throughout class in static and instance area, we will use static. So initially, if you don't initialize this variable, if you don't initialize any variable at class level, by default it will hold default value. The default value for class type variable is what? Null. So any variable which you will create, which is what class type, the default value is what? Null. Now what will happen before going to initialize? If you display the value, it will display null. Okay. The moment you create object, what will happen? The moment you write this statement, one object will get created. The memory address of this object we are going to initialize into this reference. So this T we have declared, this T we have created at class level. The moment you initialize this some reference variable to this object, so this reference variable will be initialized with some memory address. And whenever you are trying to print some reference variable, it will give some memory address. Now this time when you call this test method will get executed, and when you print this reference variable, here also you will get some hash code value. But this time the hash code value wherever you are printing in main method and here both are same. Just because of that, both the reference variable are, both the reference variable are same. They are pointing to the same object. Same memory address. That is why we will get memory address for both the variable as same. Let me compile and we'll close, run, and we'll show you. So before going to initialize, you will get null value. After initialization. So the value you will get same memory address. You see, before going to initialize null, after instantiation, the object memory address you will get same memory address. So here is the memory address of the object, of an object. Am I clear? Okay, this is called static reference variable. Write down static reference variable. If you create any reference variable, within the class, but outside all the methods, using static keyword, then they are called static reference variable. So it is initially it holds null value like this. So once we created a static reference variable at class level, okay, no need to create multiple time objects. You can use same reference variable throughout the class. How? Let's suppose you have a one more instance method. The instance method is called T1, and you have a one more static method. So within the static area, if you want to access static instance members of the class, object creation is mandatory. So we have a one instance variable. What I will do to access this instance variable within this instance area, on this reference we can access. Actually, this reference we have initialized at class level. So before going to the moment main method got started, we have initialized this static reference variable at class level. Once it will get initialized, you can able to use throughout the class. Within this area, we can able to access this variable, instance variable. We have created object, as well as within the static area also we can able to access this instance variable. So as well as we can call this by using this static area. We can call this test method. What is the method name? Instance method, test1 method. As well as from this instance area, we can call this test method. Means the meaning of this instance variable, reference variable is what? Once you create at class level, once you create any reference at class level, you can use throughout the class area. Within throughout the class area, there may be a static area. Class area are two types, static area, and there may be an instance area. So once you create any reference variable at class level, we can use throughout the class. You see, here we are using within instance area this reference variable to access instance variable, as well as to call instance method. Or here we are using instance means test1 method. Okay, test1 method to call test1 method. And here also within static area, we are using this instance reference variable to access instance variable as well as to call this test1 method. As well as we are using this reference variable from static area to call instance method as well as to access instance variable. So same variable you are using throughout the class. Like that we will utilize. Okay, right? Once you create reference variable, static reference variable, okay, once you create static reference variable at class level, you can use that reference variable. Throughout the class in any area, in both, instead of in both static and instance area. Okay, we no need to create an object, okay, multiple time to access instance members of the class within static area. To access instance members of the class, we should have to create object. So we don't require to create, okay, again and again. Once you create a reference variable at class level, that is the meaning of this. These are the reference variable guys in Java. So in this we have covered all local reference, like local variable. Then we have covered instance variable, then static variable, as well as in reference variable we have gone through the local reference variable and static reference variable. So for memory management, always go with static reference variable. So in next session we'll go with data types.